All right, let's get right into it. The construction industry. I mean, it's literally building the world around us. But here's the crazy part. It's running on an operating system that's decades out of date. Today, we're going to talk about how we can upgrade that system, unlock some massive potential, and why the time to have this conversation is right now.
So let's start with a number that should honestly just stop you in your tracks. 40%. According to the Construction Industry Institute, a staggering 40% of every single dollar spent on construction projects is wasted. That's not a small leak, folks. That is a flood of inefficiency.
And this quote just frames it perfectly, doesn't it? That 40% isn't just some abstract number on a spreadsheet. It's the hospitals we aren't building. It's the climate infrastructure we're not deploying. It's an enormous opportunity cost that we are all paying every single day. So you have to ask, where is all this waste coming from? Well, the root cause is the industry's fundamental operating system. We are trying to build the future using a business model from the past. It's an analog system that's just struggling to keep up in a digital world. Now, this slide lays it all out, plain and simple. The current system, let's call it OS 1.0, is built on adversarial relationships, mountains of paper, and a total lack of transparency. The vision for OS 2.0 is the complete opposite. It's collaborative, it's fully digital, and it's transparent by its very design. This isn't a small tweak, it's a fundamental shift in how business gets done. So, how do we build this new system? Well, here's the great news. We don't have to invent it from scratch. The building blocks are already here. They're proven and they're ready to be put together. They're called open data standards, and they are the foundation for a whole new kind of digital trust. Okay, so the first building block is the Legal Entity Identifier, or LEI. The best way to think of it is like a social security number, but for businesses. It's one single, globally recognized code that answers the most basic question in any transaction. Who am I actually dealing with? No more ambiguity, no more confusion. And the second building block is something called XBRL. Now, if the LEI tells you who you're dealing with, XBRL provides a universal language for what you're talking about. It structures financial data so it's no longer trapped inside a PDF file. It becomes digital, interoperable, and immediately actionable. Okay, theory is great, but let's make this real. Let's look at how this all comes together with a real-world example. We're going to dive into a critical but seriously outdated government process, the Treasury's T-list, and see how these tools can totally transform it. So the T-list, it's basically the gatekeeper for something called surety bonds on federal construction jobs. It's the official government list that says, yep, this company is certified and financially sound enough to back this project. At its core, it's all about establishing trust and verification. But here's the problem. The way it works now is completely manual. We're talking about printing paper, sending it with a courier, which can take up to 3 days, and then having a person on the other end manually check names against a static list. It is slow, it is expensive, and it is wide open to human error and even fraud.
And the cost of this inefficiency? It is absolutely immense. We are talking about over 600,000 hours of skilled labor just gone, wasted every single year just processing paper bonds. Think about what could be built with all that time and money.
Now imagine this instead. A bond gets issued digitally with the company's LEI embedded right in it. An automated system makes a quick call to a modernized T-list and gets an instant cryptographically secure confirmation. The whole verification process goes from days to milliseconds, and the data flows right where it needs to go. That's a game changer. And this is so critical. This isn't just about efficiency for the big guys. This digital transformation has a profound impact on the absolute backbone of the industry, small and disadvantaged businesses. It's all about leveling the playing field. This slide really gets to the heart of it. Look at these crushing problems for small businesses. Slow payments that kill their cash flow? That gets solved with things like automated invoicing. The heavy burden of compliance? Lifted by automated validation. The risk of fraud, which always hurts the smaller players the most, it's virtually eliminated with secure digital bonds. This isn't just an upgrade, it's about opening doors. Which brings us to the future and why this conversation is so incredibly timely. The National Institute of Building Sciences is holding its 2026 Innovation Summit, and the theme could not be more perfect for this. The theme is aligning for impact, and as you can see, the conference's key topics are a perfect fit. We're talking about systems integration, digitalization, streamlining systems, scaling impact. Building this digital financial ecosystem isn't just related to these topics, it is the absolute embodiment of them. It is the definition of aligning for impact.
So here's the bottom line. The technology isn't a future dream, it's here, today. The path to a more efficient, transparent, and more inclusive construction industry is clear. A panel at the NIBS 2026 Summit is the perfect venue to bring all the key stakeholders together and finally build this system. The only question left is, isn't it time we aligned for impact?